It's time for our annual Christmas gift suggestion list for the people in your life who get stuff done. I'm going to start sort of from the least expensive and proceed until we're talking about real money. So first of all, this and another set just like it, now broken, were sent to me 7 years ago by somebody on the channel who was concerned about my hearing. I don't remember your name, but every time I pick this up, I think that is an elegant solution to hearing protection. You got to get used to the sound of it rubbing on your collar, but it costs very little and it works very well. Everybody who makes anything's got to have a tape measure. Now, not everybody needs to have a 25-footer, but everybody ought to have a Stanley. I like Stanley. Whether it's a 3-footer or a 12-footer or a 16-footer or something more serious, you can find these on sale sometimes for 12 or 13 bucks. If you go buy it right off the shelf at your box store, you're going to pay 20 or 25 bucks. But somewhere in there, somebody's going to be happy to have another tape measure because everybody wishes they had one. Here's something different. This was recommended by Brady. This, believe it or not, is a wallet. This is called a Gerber barbell wallet. It includes some tools. There's some stuff you can use in here for a bottle opener and for a screwdriver, and it'll hold your cards and some money. And how much is this? It's 25 bucks. Pretty slim, pretty slick. A couple more that are not expensive, and some that are. All right, let's go to the Hercules Paracord. Paracord is something everybody's got to have, so I ordered a 250-foot roll just to demonstrate. But you can get a 1,000-foot roll for about twice the money, I think. That might be wrong. This was $21. 250 feet. Now, if you get this, the first thing you got to do is contain the end so it doesn't all fall apart in an indecipherable snarl. But get some of this for your kids, and then sit down and teach them some knots. And then besides that, you're going to find a million ways to be glad you've got Paracord for 21 bucks. By the way, we're going to have the links to all these things in the description. All right, 21 bucks. I did a video that included my discovery of this. Turns out these things have been around for a while. Lennox has been making them. This is a folding stab saw by Milwaukee. And you can put any blade that'll fit in your Sawzall right into this thing and close it up. This is going into Nate's stocking this year. Did I say 21 bucks? This is a cool tool. Moving up the price scale just a little. All right. If you have somebody, if you know somebody that's a carpenter and a fabricator or a blacksmith, if they don't know about Diablo's metal cutting and wood cutting saw blade, at Garrison's Building Supply, I gave 35 bucks for that. I think it was more than that at a box store. But you can sock this either into a piece of plywood, you can rip a 2x12, or you can feed it right through a piece of 1/4-inch mild steel plate. For 35 bucks, somebody in your life needs that if they don't already have it. All right, now this, my friends, is something that only costs 15 bucks. $15. And everybody needs, this is advertised as a toe strap, but you could use this as a lifting strap, and you can use this to choke a tree if you need a tail hold and you're rigging up a double purchase so you can get a good hard pull. I don't know what the capacity is on this, but if you go to the link, you'll be able to see what the capacity is, and it probably says right here. It doesn't matter. This was $15. How do you beat that for a nylon lifting toe strap, even if they're not representing it as a lifting strap? Got to have 1 or 2 or maybe 5 of these things. All right, now then, under the self-aggrandizing portion, first portion of this video, there's going to be more. You can go to our website and get t-shirts. You might want a t-shirt. I don't know how much they are, 20 bucks or 25 bucks or something. Or if you want a sweatshirt like the ones I like to wear, Kelly found somebody locally that sells a good quality 1/4 zip that's embroidered on there. I mean, I like them. I think these are 60 bucks. Sorry, it adds up. All right, now back to the idea of rigging and pulling and lifting. I didn't know these existed until I was looking for the right snatch block to recommend. You know what a snatch block is, right? It's a pulley that'll come open so you can put the rope or the cable into the pulley without having to thread it through. Now maybe these have been around a while, but this was new to me. This is a combination of a shackle and a snatch block. You can take that bolt apart, slip it into across whatever you're going to hold, like into the eye of a strap, and then put that little shiv on there. Now you can't pull wire rope around a shiv that small because it'll roll a kink into that piece of straw line. Hay wire, small diameter cable, but you can run a big, fat, strong 8,000 pound capacity or more rope around that, and you've already got a way to attach and a way to get a double purchase, and the friction is low, and I got 2 of these for, hang with me, Ambull snatch block, $34.39 for these 2 classy pieces of rigging. That's one that'll surprise him and that he's going to use over and over. Okay, I've got 2 or 3 more medium range pricing problem solvers, and then a couple that are money. They're money. Though I think they're worth it, I'm just telling you that, I mean, if you're 14 and you're looking what to buy for your dad, you've probably seen the options. But if you've got a job, if you've got a summer job and saved a little money, you might want to, look at this. So Nate turned me onto this. He's a value shopper. This is one of those battery charging, car starting, problem solving, electricity in a box deals. Gulu, whatever. So Nate's used this, and it'll get you out of a bind. You can charge, you can jump start, you can be a hero to your neighbor. Looks good, works good, 89 bucks, 90 bucks, 90 bucks. So there's more going on here than I know because I've never used it and I don't want to read the manual. I'm just telling you that it'll charge your phone, it's got a flashlight, it'll jump start your car, and who knows what else this thing will do. It's got a nifty little display on whether it's charged. Looks like that's charged. I know Nate likes it, and Nate's a little hard to please. All right, we're back to a little less money and maximum versatility. You can order this rigging chain for about 39 bucks or something. Cargo tie-down chain. I think this is a 4,900 pound test. It's represented as 5/16 chain, but I think it's a little heavier than that. Mike's a little thicker than 5/16. The chains that I have are a little smaller link and they're a little handier for miscellaneous rigging, but if you've got to tie down something that's going to take a real load, we did a video on this. Grab hook, slip hook. This is a 10-foot rigging chain, 39 bucks. That's a winner. He'll be glad to have it. I don't know if this is going to be in stock or not. We did a video about the Smart Square, and you guys cleaned them out in about 10 hours, I think. But he's back into production. He's building a new shop, all of that. Dan is a go-getter. This is a cool tool. The comments are instructive. There are people saying it's too fussy. There are people saying it's too tender. And the overwhelming number of people are saying that is a great idea. It's a right-hand, left-hand speed square with magnets and a level, and it's money. But I'll tell you what, that's going to be something that he'll be proud to put in his toolbox. So the last couple of items. You're sick of hearing me talk about a form setter, except for this. I can tell you this. If you order a 5-pound, a 3-pound, or a 7-pound form setter between Black Friday and Christmas, it's free shipping. Now that's not nothing. And if you join the Essential Craftsman Academy, you get 20% off of everything you buy from me. Okay, all the merch. Well, just a second. Probably not the t-shirts. That's a little tricky. But as far as the things that are on the website that come directly from us, the quarter zips, the form setters, the blacksmith aprons, you get free shipping, and as part of the Academy, 20% off. Now, we're not going to combine that for the Academy members, or we'll be upside down. But you've seen these things in action. You've thought about it. Somebody you know ought to have one of those. And then the last item, I promise, the last item. Let me pull this out. If you know a blacksmith, or for that matter, a fabricator, Steve Harris makes these aprons for me, and I will tell you they're the best you can buy. The heft and the suppleness of the leather, the solid brass fittings. I don't know. I don't know when to stop bragging on this stuff, but this is a Cadillac blacksmith apron. A lot of people could use one. I'll tell you this, though, it's so strong that if you work around a lathe, don't wear it. Because if that gets caught in the lathe, it will wind you up before any part of this breaks. It's going to outlast you. And if you want, I'll sign it for you. Anyway, Christmas is here, or almost here. And now that I'm done hawking my wares and everybody else's, I'm going to look at the camera and tell you it almost doesn't matter if what you give your loved ones costs a ton of money or costs very little, as long as you spend some time thinking about it. And it is in some way as authentic a demonstration of the fact that you love them as anything that you can think of to do for them. Do that, will you? Spend a little time. I don't care if you spend any money, but make your gifting and your festivities and your celebrations this year sweet. I know you can do it. Thanks for watching Essential Craftsman. Keep up the good work.